All right, perfect. Okay, really quick, let me just have you state your first and last name for me.
Erica Moreno,
And you are the
Executive Director
of Canterbury Court?
of Canterbury.
So with this new report that's come out, it's, kind of said that there's neglect issues going on here. What do you have to say about that?
Well, the neglect issues are kind of a state standard, but we don't agree with them at all. Reason being is we followed all policies and procedures, and we just don't agree with the neglect citation.
And so why do you think that they have said that against you guys if you don't think that you did anything?
Well, first of all, the surveyors that came in weren't very, I shouldn't say educated, but the surveyors that came in weren't very informed, I should say. They were questionable, they were questioning wandering, they were questioning elopement. So they asked my nurse and I, well, what is this, what is that? So first of all, we had to explain to them what the difference between elopement and wandering was. They asked us which residents were at risk, which residents were. So to have to explain that to them, it just showed us that they weren't informed to begin with. So neglect really wasn't at question at all. So we feel, to begin with, it's not a very citable situation.
So you don't think that you guys were fairly cited whatsoever?
Not at all. They weren't nurses. I don't even think they had ever done some type investigated a complaint like this before. So no.
Yeah, he was able to. Y'all have caught him, I guess, on a couple occasions where he tried to escape before.
Right.
But does it surprise you that he was able to get out this time?
No, because everybody that's in our secured environment is a wanderer, is at risk for elopement. So, I mean, to begin with, when we first assessed the resident, we evaluated that he does belong in a secured environment. So everybody in our secured environment would be at risk for elopement or wandering. So bottom line is that he is at risk regardless.
Why does the report say that the alarm whenever they go outside wasn't working, and also whenever he closed the door behind him, he wasn't able to get back into the building? Is that something that y'all also disagree with, or is that actually accurate in the report?
That is accurate, but it was not accurate that he was unable to get back into the building. That statement, and I'm not sure where you got that from. Could you tell me where you got that from?
Yeah, it says on there, it just says that whenever he walked outside, or also the surveyor walked outside and the door locked behind him, so he couldn't get back into the building unless he kept knocking on the door for a staff member to come and open the building. So that's kind
okay.
of...
Yeah, I remember that. That wasn't actually a surveyor, that was me. When the surveyor and myself walked out of the building to go see where we had replaced the fence, when we walked back in, we had already had trouble with the door earlier in the day. But when Don Lee exited the building that morning, we have confirmed statements that the door was working properly the day of the elopement. So it was actually myself and the surveyor that walked out and walked back in, and we had to knock. But the door did chime, and the alarm did go off. And I'm not really sure why the surveyors put that. We do have on our informal dispute resolution where there are false statements on the actual survey. And there are actually quite a few false statements on the informal dispute resolution.
Okay. So what are you expecting to happen whenever you file this resolution? What do you want to happen?
Well, we've already filed the informal dispute resolution, and we expect for the citations to be removed completely. We did follow all proper procedures and protocols. We are not a maximum secured prison. We're not anything like that. We are an assisted living. We do not provide one-to-one care. We are not a nursing home. We followed everything we were supposed to do. We did everything possible. And I do state firmly on behalf of our community that we are doing everything possible in our power to ensure that all our residents are safe.
I liked what you said earlier. You said that, if y'all were in violation of all those things, you would have been shut down a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, we've been open for approximately 13 years, and this has never happened to us. And if the surveyors every year we get audited and we get surveyed. So, I mean, if the surveyors really felt that we were, out of compliance, then we would have been shut down a long time ago.
Perfect. Anything else that you want to say?
No, actually, everybody that helped us that night, those nights that helped us search for Don Lee, I appreciate it. On behalf of Canterbury, my staff really, I mean, we all worked hard those nights. We searched and searched and searched. I mean, our residents are our priority. I mean, we spend most of our time with them than our own families, and we are greatly affected. We are still affected by it. I just want to thank everybody, the community, the family, Don Lee, and my staff.
Thank you so much, Erica. I really appreciate your time. Thank you.